See, this is exactly why I did not want to do cakes. Let me tell you about this high maintenance customer, y'all, who wanted this red velvet cake. So I whipped out a box. Yes, I did. I said a box. It was too expensive for homemade. So we whipped out a box of red velvet cake and I decided to hook it up. Okay. I did a little extra here, some extra eggs, a little extra oil, a little extra milk. And I put it all together and whipped it together for her. Now, she had the nerve to call me and tell me I want some type of filling in the side of this cake. I'm like, filling? She's like, yeah, some type of jelly filling. I really love strawberries. Can you do some type of sweetener, strawberry jelly fill for me for this cake? So I was like, yeah, I'll do it for you. Okay, that's no problem. She don't have the nerve to say, my husband doesn't like a lot of jelly. Okay, so can you please not put too much jelly on there, just enough to where it tastes really good and we're able to taste it through the cake. Also, I don't want thick cake. I want multiple layers. So I was like, okay, she's asking for a lot for this to be a little small 6-inch. Okay, supposed to be only 2-layered cake. Okay, red velvet cake. So we mixing this cake. We putting this cake together. We're whipping it up and I'm writing down everything she says. She's still texting me, y'all. She's still texting me, telling me all types of demands about this cake. She says, please do not overcook this cake. I don't want this cake to be dry. Please try to put some of that syrup on the top of the cake when you cut the cake so I can taste the syrup of the strawberry mixture that you make inside the cake. And yeah, by the way, I don't want something that you just buy from the store. I want you to actually make it with strawberries and the butter and the water and the sugar. I'm like, ma'am, are you going to make this cake or am I making this cake? Because you're definitely asking for a lot for this cake. So I was like, okay, it's fine. It's the customer. Now, mind you, I'm not saying none of this to this lady because yes, she's the customer and supposedly the customer is almost always right. So I made this cake for her. I hooked it up. I put a little just here, I put a little just there, and I made this homemade strawberry mixture for her. Okay, now after I had got both of these cakes out the oven, I had decided that yeah, I'm gonna do the little layers that she was talking about. The cake looks really soft, it smells really good. We're fluffing it, we're touching it. Now I had to boil this strawberry mixture. Now this was giving me a problem because I was nervous. I was like, I did this recipe before, but I wasn't too sure if I added too much water, it was starting to look too soupy. So I was like, man, this lady is going to be very high maintenance. I'm like, it's okay. We're just going to do the double boil. We did the double boil and then we put this in a Tupperware, put it in the refrigerator. We put that to the side for the next day. Now these cakes had to be wrapped. They had to be wrapped. They had to be put in the fridge. They had to be warmed, cooled down because too warm of a cake will melt the buttercream. We ain't trying to deal with that. Speaking of buttercream, y'all, she had a nerve to text me back again to say, I don't like cream cheese. I don't like the cheesecake type of buttercream. Just use regular buttercream for me, okay? So I did that. I surely did. I went to the store and I got some regular buttercream frosting, and all I did was add a little bit of my little extra piece to it. And I whipped that for about 30 minutes so that it can get extra fluffy and extra stiff, just how I like it. But she ain't gonna like the taste because it's store-bought, because it's not homemade, but we can't afford that, right? That's what she said. So then I had to get the cakes out the refrigerator and cut the cakes, y'all. Now, I don't have my cake cutter thing because I had to redo all my supplies and everything. I'm a new baker starting over in my new house. So I don't have a lot of cake stuff. So I had to do what I had to do. I got the jelly out the refrigerator. I strained it because she said she wanted that sauce. Remember, the sauce to be in the cake. So we did all of that. That jelly looked so good, y'all. And it smelled so good when it was cooking. So we took a little bit of that jelly and we took a little spoon and we put that on the cake like she asked me to put that on the cake. Like when I tell y'all, this lady is high maintenance, y'all, for cakes. This is why I was so nervous about starting back doing cakes, because people are really high maintenance about cake. So she was like, put enough, but don't put too much. I still want to taste the syrup. I still want to taste the strawberry, but I still want to be able to taste the red velvet cake. Speaking of, I didn't even know that had a flavor. I thought it was just red. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought it was just red. But we did what we did. We put that buttercream frosting on there. We built that border like we were supposed to. And then we filled those areas, which is only on 2 layers of this cake that has 4 layers on there of little jelly, okay? It looks so good. And it tastes so good and it smells so good. Then we stacked those layers. Now, of course, I did do my little 2-straw method for these cakes, because even though it's a small 6-inch cake, we're doing layers. We don't want no cakes to be slipping and sliding. So I had to put those straws up in there. And then I'm just showing you a little bit of how I put my jelly mixture right up in there, okay? That strawberry jam in there. And it was so good, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, it was so fire. With that honey, a little bit of salt, calm that sweetness down. It was just amazing. But then anyways, I get one more text from her before she decided to come tell me, you know what, hey, I get that you know what you're doing with the crumb coat and everything like that, but I want two multicolors for my buttercream. I want red and I want this orangey yellow color. I showed her the colors, y'all. She was like, no, that yellow is just not doing it for me. I said, I thought you said orange. She was like, it looks yellow. We'll just go with that. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm going with it. I put it on the cake, y'all. I put it on cake. This is what I'm saying. High maintenance cake person. I put it on the cake, y'all. I'm trying to do what I do because I told you I don't have a spinning table. So I had to change my bucket to a big bowl and try to make this design that she wanted. These two double overlapping colors that she wanted with the best of my abilities of what I had. Then she said she wanted the layers. She said, I sent her the video of the pearls. She said, that's not enough pearls for me. I need this cake to be covered in pearls. Look at that empty gap when I showed her the video. So I was like, okay, let me put these extra pearls on here. And I did, y'all. I feel like I snapped with this cake. What do y'all think? Did I snap with this cake? She was high maintenance. As soon as I gave her this final photo of all this with the pearls and everything on there, she was like, oh, it's beautiful. It's great. But does the jelly really sit how the jelly is supposed to sit? Or is it droopy in my cake? How am I supposed to know that before I pay you or before I come pick up this cake? So I was like, you know what, ma'am? You know what, ma'am? You are exactly right. So what I did is I cut the cake, y'all. I cut this cake for her in the video, okay? I gave her a nice smooth cutting, okay? I made sure not to do too much damage to the cake. Then I pulled out that slice, y'all. I pulled out that slice and I did all of this on video for her to see. And once I pulled out this slice and I showed her, you see that jelly? That jelly? Yeah, you see it? It don't move. It don't move. Where is it going? It ain't going nowhere. I did it for you, ma'am. I showed you. And to just give you a little extra oomph to it, I decided to take a bite out of this cake for her. And when I'm telling you this customer was so pleased because it was me whole time, I am so pleased with myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have stayed this far, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? I was nervous about posting this video up here. This is our first long making a dessert video, and I didn't know how I was going to go about it with this channel. So if you guys liked it, subscribe, follow, let me know in the comments.